Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Extensive Grading Group, ma'am, with the member I, Muhammad Lazuardi, Latipatun Nisa, and Wendy Yehezkiel Matanari. We'll tell you about the book, or we'll present our book with the title is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. So here I am. I'm as moderator. I'm Muhammad Lazuardi with student number 222122100. Before, as a moderator, I will introduce first the book that our have been read, which is we follow Latipa in this case. So the first is title. The title is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. The writer is the Holly Jackson. Number of page is 314 pages, and the genre is young adult mystery novel. The place that the book published is in the United Kingdom, or usually we call the Great Britain, and the published at May 2, 2019. The publisher is Electric Monkey. The first ebook in 2019, and the characters: Pippa with a movie as the main character, represented as the side character, Sal Signs as the boyfriends of Andy Bell, Cara Lauren, Mr. Fitz Amobi, and Mrs. Fitz Amobi as the Pippa's parents, Andy Bell, Becca Bell, and Elliot. So that's the identity book. We a little bit about first. Please next slide. All right. I will tell you a little bit about the book. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is a young adult mystery novel written by Holly Jackson. The book is written in unique format, with the main character documenting her investigation in a school project. This adds a fresh perspective to the traditional mystery genre and makes for an engaging read. So that's all about the introduce about the book. We are continue to the presentation of our perception about the book. The first is summary, and the second is impression after reading, and the last is reflection analysis. So let's continue to the next material. Okay, for the first will deliver by Latipatun Nisa. So before you deliver the material, please introduce yourself first. So Latipa, time and place is yours. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Naufal. So now I will do presentation about the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder book, the book that I have read, the summary, the impression after reading, and the reception analysis. The first summary: a girl named Pippa Fitz Amobi has final year school project to reopen the case of Andy Bell, the girl who was believed murdered by Salsing in 2012, which is her boyfriend, but her body was never found. With the help of Sal's brother, Rafi Singh, they both tried to find out the evidence. Since Pippa knows that Sal Singh is a kind person, she wants to prove that he is innocent and there's a real murder behind. The next, the impression after reading. After reading the novel, I think the novel was so good, and it was mind-blowing because both Andy and Sal's murderer and the reason why they were doing that are just unbelievable. And the story is so good. And after read the first book, I think I want to read more of Hall Jackson books too. And the next, the reception analyst. I think it's negotiated for me. I have the second reason. The first is why Pippa didn't have companion teacher. I think since it is her final school project, I think everything goes too smooth for her to find the evidence without help from the school. So I think she needs like a companion teacher or something like that. And the second, why Andy's friend easily share the bad side about Andy. When Pippa tried to find the evidence, she asked some of Andy's friend, and they, which is an Andy friend, openly talked to her and also said bad things about her, which is I think didn't make sense because Andy is dead 5 years ago, So why her friends so bravely openly talk bad things about her. In conclusion, I think everything just go too smooth for Pipa for revealing a murder case. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Sorry for the mistake. I have trouble with my device. Uh, Latifa, is you're done with your person?
Yes.
All right. I will continue to myself. The second material or the second perception of me. Please next. Okay, thank you, Latifa. I have introduced myself. I will tell you about the summary, impression after reading, and the illustration analysis. Next. Okay, the first is summary. The summary of this novel of this story by me is the plot of a good girl guide to murder is the centers around the unsolved murder of Andy Bell, a popular high school student who disappeared 5 years ago. Pippa decides to investigate the case for her significant film project, despite the police declaring it a closed case. So in this story, the police stated that the case is closed and the evidence and the result is already found. But Pippa uh, realized something suspicious is happened behind this case, so she tried to investigate what happened in this case. So as she delves deeper into the case, Pippa uncovers new evidence and suspects that lead her to question everything she thought she knew about the murder. So actually, that police stated that Andy Bell was dead or was murdered by Saul Singh, who is her boyfriend. But Pippa was find the real evidence and suspect someone that murderer behind this case. That's summary. This next for the impression after reading. For me, this is really masterpiece. The storyline has a good arrangement, especially when I'm in the middle of the story. I want to know the whole story immediately, even I not finish the book first. At the end, I read the middle story. At the middle story, the writing style is good. It is easy to understand the story, even it's a mystery novel, and the twist is very insane for me. It was like I never think about that the real murderer is someone who really close with Andy Bell. Who's next? Okay, for the last is the digestion analysis. I negotiated with the story. Why? Actually, this book has interesting premise. Also, each the characters have a well developed that makes the story is going so good for me, and also the clever plot twist. But when this book include the unexpected twist, it is easy to guess what who done it when we read the middle part of the book. So I think it's not really a secret thing again. When we reach the middle of the book, we can guess who really done the murder. It's like that for me. So I think it must be a secret thing, so we can really know the murder in the end of the story. It's like that. That's all for me. Thank you. Okay. All right. I will move to the next uh presentation, which is will delivered by Wendy. So Wendy, time and place is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Naufal. So I want to explain about my summary. So next slide. So the plot centers on Pip Fitzamobi, a senior at her small town high school who decides to investigate a murder case from 5 years ago. Popular high school girl Andy Bell was the victim, allegedly killed by her boyfriend Sal Singh, who later committed suicide. Pip chose to conduct her own independent investigation because she isn't certain Sal committed the murder. As she comes across fresh evidence and speaks with suspects who were never questioned by the police, Pip's inquiry leads her down a dangerous and risky path. Pip discovers that there are residents of her town who will stop at nothing to keep the details of Andy's death. a secret as she gets closer to the truth. But Pip is able to learn that horrible truth about what actually happened to Andy Bell because of her determination and intelligence. So next to the impression. So my impression after reading this story is the story has an engaging and well-paced plot, which is kept me hooked and invest in the story. The story is using an unique narrative techniques such as investigative notes and interview transcripts, which add a layer of depth and realism to the story. It makes me more interested, and the ending is satisfying and unpredictable for me. So next, the reception of analysis. I choose negotiated. Why? There are several plot in my opinion. Some of them have been mentioned by my friend, but one of them is like the convenience of certain groups decreases, such as Pip's ability to find important evidence and witnesses at right time. This ability is not explained much further by the author. I think that's all from me. Thank you. Back to Naufal.
All right, Wendy, thank you for the presentation. It was very good. And that's all from we are then. We are from the extension reading group, which is the book we have been read is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is we follow Latipa in this case. Me and I am with Wendy. So that's all from me. We are from Kesi. Signing out. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.